There are many stories on Donnarumma on several clubs. I can guarantee that at the moment still nothing is advanced. Still nothing is really concrete. Paris Saint-Germain want still imported money to sell Donnarumma this summer. But in case a domino of goalkeeper starts, let's see what's going to happen. We have many rumors on several clubs. I will be more clear soon. Many questions on Manchester United. But guys, Manchester United still have to decide whether they want to try to find a goalkeeper who is for the future, like Landens, who is very talented, and Royal Antwerp is not expensive in terms not only of transfer fee but also salary, or if they want to spend big money on the goalkeeper, and in that case, Donnarumma, Emi Martinez, these kind of names are obviously way more expensive, transfer fee, salary. So Man United need to decide what they want to do, and will probably depend also on what happens with their goalkeepers. So at the moment it's not something really concrete or advanced for Manchester United, because still needs an internal decision on the goalkeeper case in general. And then for Donnarumma, again, many opportunities around Europe. For example, I can tell you that Manchester City have always been big fans of Gigi Donnarumma. Big fans. But, again, we have to see what's going to happen there. It depends on the domino of goalkeepers. But that's going to be an interesting situation. Just to add on Manchester United, we say that Fermin Lopez is not a concrete story, also confirmed by the player. But in the next days, contacts will continue for Carlos Baleba. I keep mentioning there is a difficult deal. I keep mentioning that these are really tough negotiation with Brighton, but I also keep mentioning that Man United remain in contact with the agents. They did that on Friday, they did that on Saturday, they did that on Sunday, also in the recent hours. So Manchester United remain in active talks on player side for Carlos Baleba. Then there is going to be the difficult part, and United want to try to understand what happens with Brighton, so they want to make an attempt. But again, on club side with Brighton, at the moment the situation remains difficult. But Man United are not giving up. Man United over the weekend, and I think it was an important weekend to understand if Man United said, okay, we're going to leave it, we focus on different targets or not. Man United as of today remain in conversations with the agents of Baleba, still thinking about this possibility. And so midfielder and goalkeeper are two positions that we have to keep an eye on for Manchester United till the very end of this summer transfer window. Also for this story of Carlos Baleba. Very difficult, for sure. Unlikely, for sure. Complicated, for sure. But Manchester United have the feeling that the player is open to the move, and so Manchester United want to try, see what happens with some contacts for Baleba. Then we will see if they will continue or move on to a different target. Many movements around the world, guys, but we have to return for a moment in England, because Manchester United introduced their new signings at Old Trafford. It's official: Benjamin Sesko, also Mbeumo, Cunha and Rojas, and Leon all together at the stadium at Old Trafford to say hi to Manchester United fans and to play Cunha and Mbeumo, while Sesko wasn't ready to play yet. But the news coming out of Old Trafford is that Rasmus Højlund didn't play one single minute. And this is the message of the club. For Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund is a player available on the market. For Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund can leave immediately. For Manchester United, Højlund is available on loan. It's an initial loan and it's not a free loan. So let me explain. For Manchester United, the Højlund deal can happen. Loan, by option, not mandatory. Over 40 million euros, around 45. Loan fee around 6-7 million euros, salary covered. These are the conditions of the Rasmus Højlund deal for Manchester United. AC Milan have big interest in this deal. AC Milan already spoke to intermediaries to start the conversations. What's the point? Why the deal is not advanced at the final stages yet? Because Højlund, as of today, even after the game, still maintains the same position. He wants to stay at Man United, fight for his place and compete. We will see, guys, because obviously Man United will have to convince Højlund to go, and not playing him one single minute was probably a strong message to the player. But at the moment, still no green light to the move from Rasmus Højlund. So we will have to follow and see what happens with this situation, because Milan are there, but still the player side is needed.
Manchester United striker Rasmus Højlund is open to joining AC Milan. United are confident a deal can be struck with Milan, who are rebuilding their squad following the return of coach Massimiliano Allegri. Milan finished 8th last season and failed to qualify for Europe. It remains unclear whether a permanent deal could materialise, as United value Højlund at around £30 million, and Milan are seeking a loan move for the 22-year-old. Also, Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Carlos Baleba continues to be linked with a summer move to Manchester United. The Athletic claimed that United are interested in baleba as Reds boss Ruben Amorim seeks midfield reinforcements. It is reported that the club have reached out to the Seagulls via intermediaries to discuss potential terms for a transfer. Baleba, who still has 3 years remaining on his contract, is considered one of the most promising young talents in his position and has stepped into the shoes of Moises Caicedo in Brighton's midfield. However, it is worth noting that Brighton are reportedly keen to retain the Cameroon international for at least another year and are said to have slapped a £100 million plus price tag on him. But the 21-year-old appears to have sent a subtle message to United, liking Euro's latest post on Instagram. The pair are good friends, having played at French League One side Lille together before baleba left to join the Seagulls in 2023.